Hi. Hello. Habari. Shake my hand. How are you, my brother? How are you, my sister? Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are. I know it's not normal to some cultures to shake hands, but we Africans, I really feel your love when we shake hands. I get satisfied. But I think in foreign countries like maybe Europe and wherever, hugging, hugging is the best greeting you people are used to. Otherwise, how are you? Let me believe that wherever you are doing well. God is taking care of you. God is giving you blessings. God is keeping you healthy. God is protecting you. And He is giving you peace. My brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, let me advise you that wherever you are, don't let small stresses, don't let your head to be stressed. Don't allow stress in you. If you find the situation is difficult, just go to prayers, pray God, and then you forget about it. Then you forge ahead. You go ahead with your normal activities. Don't allow. Let Koera Senior not insult you, and then you you start crying. You start having pressure. These are just but discussions. These are agreements and disagreements on YouTube. If you put them in your heart, uh, you'll have a heart attack. You'll always be working when you are very much depressed and very much stressed. There is no need. There is no need. That is the way it goes. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, this is once more Kohera Senior with you. And I always humble myself and say thank you so much, my organic friends, my organic brothers and sisters who are always supporting me. Also to my, I have forgotten my one of my best ladies who sent greetings to Sarah and said the Kohera senior team is still very intact. I honor you. I salute you, my sisters and brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Loe. Loe, I am missing you so much. I don't know what has happened to you, but let me hope that God is always keeping you peaceful and healthy. Let me hope that nothing wrong has happened to you, my sister. Yes, thank you so much for the comments and the likes and actually sharing and subscribing to our channel. I still say thank you. Thank you so much, my dear brothers and sisters. For those who commented on the last video and shared and liked, I salute you. That is something I had seen as an elder. You see, you may think somebody is auguring well, but maybe he has some problems, psychological torture and stress. That is why I'm discouraging you not to accommodate minor stresses to attack you. Don't allow them to attack you. Yeah, otherwise, I think we talked about Gintu, and in fact, I'm happy for those who commented, and even even somebody said that now that Gintu's father has passed on, I should adopt him. YouTubers. how, how, how can you inherit a grown-up man? Eh? How can you inherit a grown-up man? Gintu is an age mate of my sons. And once I see them, those all that group, Mugesi, Ernest, Ernesto, Nasto, Marwa, all those are my sons, Gitribas and Komos there. Those are age mates of my sons, and I always regarded them as my sons, and in fact they are. And that is why we are now here for corrections and doing some rectifications. We rectify an error. Okay, for today, I'm I'm still on the lifestyle, our social lifestyle. I wanted to still go back to the village and meet Dr. Kate Sigano. Kate Sigano. I think Kate is a sister to Gintu. She's a very, very shining and beautiful young lady whom I met on this platform. Actually, she was addressing the issue of Gati Africa. Gati Africa is a perceived wife to Gintu, and hence she is a sister-in-law to Kate. So in this case, I believe in the previous videos we saw them. We saw Gati Africa complaining and attacking Gintu, saying that she had been rejected by Gintu over another woman, possibly, I don't know, a Mzungu or what. And now that Gintu has dumped her. Now this cat here, I saw her addressing her. She was saying, okay, this Gati Africa is not even Gati Africa, or she is the world. I don't know who, and she is an illiterate girl who is not even fit to be, hey ladies, to be her brother's wife. And she lamented and said, okay, this lady here did not attend her father-in-law's funeral when the Gintu's father passed on. I think the last 1 week or rather 2. So Gati Africa did not attend. So this lady was complaining and blaming her. And also on this issue, I think it could have been a mistake or not a mistake, because it all depended on the relationship between Gati Africa and the family. Maybe she saw that her security was not good, or rather, she could be embarrassed. But now I feel also that was the best chance for her to show up so that she could confirm that she is a serious woman, because it is Gintu whom they had differed with, not the father. And remember, death is very painful and it is inevitable. So, got there, you made a mistake. In fact, you could go and witness the burial of your father-in-laws, and even if they could chase you, or rather, so the public could see, and we could come for your secure, we could safeguard you. Eh? So when a young lady differs with her husband, don't connect the whole family that they hate you or they do what. No, that was a mistake. And also this cat said, okay, this they have hired a new house manager by the name Robbie. So Robbie now is in charge of Kat's home. She is doing the domestic course, that is according to Kat. And now this Gat Africa has felt that it is Gintu who has married that lady. And these ladies were denying. They were very much defending themselves that no, Gintu has not married Evelyn. I don't know, Evelyn or Robbie. He is only managing, because once Gintu goes out and the Kata goes out, their mother remains. Since their father has passed on, the mother remains alone at home with the only dogs. So this girl is to keep the mother company and do some house chores. But now, that girl is also very beautiful, and she was mocking Gatti Africa. If Gatti Africa is Gintu's wife, I do not see where a house help can come and start insulting the wife of her boss. It seems there is something she is trying to hunt, because if she turns against the boss's wife, then maybe she has an intention of overthrowing the government, because she touched the head and said Gatti is very stupid. That is a house help. No, that is wrong. That is wrong. Even Kate, it is also wrong for you to attack Gatti, because those are two lovebirds. When they were together, you were not there. They loved one another, and if they have differed, let them solve their problems all alone. You as a sister, you are not supposed to interfere. That is actually bad. That is bad, because you may think it is only Gatti whom you are hating. Then Gintu will still marry another wife, and you will still follow suit by chasing her or insulting or mocking her. You as a sister, you are supposed to respect your brother's wife, because I heard you even saying that this lady is expecting, she is pregnant, and she is pregnant of your brother's for your brother. So supposing now it is the pregnancy which made her to run away, and she gives birth to a very beautiful girl or to a very handsome boy, and then she brings the baby at home. What will you do? So you step aside. Those are actually, you wait. If you are not married, just wait for your marriage, and you will also face the same challenges Gatti is going through. And you are also somehow showing some kind of love, because You are saying you are also sorry you learned that Gatti is in the hospital, and if you get a chance, you will visit her and say sorry to her, and you are welcoming her if at all the pregnancy belongs to Gintu. So I fail to understand where you are, because you said you will be so happy when you will see that child coming out who is belonging to your brother. And at the same time, you suspecting that it is Fundi Duke who might have impregnated. So you people, I'm advising you, young girls, don't laugh. Don't laugh at your colleague when you see them differing. I had said in the previous video that you are married to a person who is not your brother and you are not his sister. So you people, you must first of all study one another until you meet together and form a family. So that was wrong, and you went as far as saying that when your father was almost resting, he forgave her. He forgave her, and he told you that you forgive and forget. So don't. You may find that with the time, this lady will come back to her husband, and then it will be very shameful for you. Even this young girl who is abusing Gatti, that is wrong. That you are saying, Gatti said you cannot be sub. She is right. She is fighting for her right. You look for yours. Okay, that is about that. And there is one thing here which is very touchy. I wanted to comment again on it. Ladies and gentlemen, the same from Nyabohanse. I have seen Masubowan showing a video, Dimwango's video. Dimwango was washing or bathing a dog in a public and a domestic river, which traverses in the mid of Nyabohanse, this side and this side, and all these homes which are along the banks are using that river's water. Jesus, Dimwango. It is a criminal offense on public interest for you to enter. That is, we call it a riparian river, a river which is holding the total population. You go there and wash a dog inside the river and you apply shampoo. Jesus, young girl, what is that? You YouTubers, when we talk of corrections, let us correct. When somebody talks, who is going to insult me that I have complained that Dimwango washing a dog in a domestic water? How despising, how looking upon is, how inhuman is this young lady? Huh? You take a dog, you wash a dog to a river which water flows and the people all over are fetching water, and then they fetch your dogs, they go and drink. Matarau, this is a total despise of the that is actually a concern on the public interest. Huh? That is an offense, very unhygienic, very uncultured, very uncultured. You better bath the way you were bathing one time. Okay, that one has. But washing a dog in a river where people are fetching water. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you people know that you have water, you are able, you are actually stable financially, and you have water at home. So many ordinary homes do not have boreholes in their homes, or they do not have tanks where they can fetch water. where they can harvest water from. They depend on that river. How can you dare do that, young man? I mean, you young lady. Surely. Are you mindful? Are you mindful about people's lives? And even that chemical, that shampoo, the shampoo is not fit for human consumption. And one fetches, and that is wrong. That is wrong. And that is very deliberate. Don't just say that you didn't know what you are doing. That is very deliberate. Hmm? Even if you don't mind about other people's lives, Jesus. It is very wrong. Okay, there you are. Please, such a behavior is very much uncultured wherever you can be, even if you live in where. Just a dog. A dog. Huh? You consider dog you consider a dog to be beyond a human being. That is quite bad. Huh? Okay, and then lastly, may I also comment on what I saw Masubo showing, where Madam Esther was actually handing over traditional herbs, some leaves and the roots of different plants, actually instructing Rocio to go and boil them and boil them and sieve, and then he feeds he gives it to Maisha that it is a medicine. Me, I thought Madam is a learned lady who went to school. How can you rely on traditional herbs which are not measurable? You could either overdose or underdose, and anything can happen. That is wrong. And I had, when I talked about Maisha's well-being at Nyabohanse, when he was coming, I said you could find a way of making him to adopt to the climate. That is a climate change. That is a climate change. So you people, you have to expect that. But now, kindly take the child to the special doctor. There are doctors who are qualified on children's welfare, on children's health. Why apply herbs? Why apply traditional herbs? Getting what? I don't that one is good. And please take the child to the hospital for diagnosing. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, that is all what I have. But this one of the dog is very much worrying, and let that habit stop. Let it not repeat again to go and wash a dog in a river which is used by the community. Hey, yeah. Otherwise, thank you so much, my dear brothers and sisters. Continue subscribing and commenting and actually liking and sharing Kohera. And I say thank you. Thank you. May our Almighty Father be with you. And yes, thank you. Thank you.